Hey YouTubers, what's up? Hi. So I'm back with another video, obviously, and today's subject is really interesting. So I wanted to talk about that word regret. And I was thinking about this subject the other day, and it wasn't regret, it was just the fact that I was able to get on an airplane and do some very impressive traveling the last 6-7 months here. So as most of you, only 2 of you that watch my channel know, I had heart surgery back on June 11th, 2019. So not even a year ago. Oh, by the way, today is Cinco de Mayo, so happy Cinco de Mayo to all of you. I totally forgot to say that. But today is Cinco de Mayo, so May 5th, 2020. And not even a year ago, 11 months just about, I had this heart surgery on June 11th, 2019. And it was advisable that I wait at least a year, not medically advisable, but advisable from friends and family that I wait at least 1 year before I start traveling or traveling again. So that would have put me basically about June 11th, 2020, which has not come yet. That's still in the future for me, for all of us, at least at the time in this video. Medically speaking, after 3 months of my heart surgery, I was cleared to fly, right? So between my heart surgeon and my cardiologist, I was cleared to jump on an airplane and fly far, far, far away. Now, I didn't do it exactly at the 3-month marker. I think it was, October. So surgery was June 11th, and then in about mid-October is when I jumped on the airplane and flew off to Hong Kong, and then from Hong Kong to Vietnam. That was in October of 2019. And then in January of 2020, I flew to Korea, and from Korea to the Philippines. Now, had I waited a year, as some friends and family recommended, those 2 trips, that travel to Hong Kong, to Vietnam, to Korea, and also to the Philippines, would have never happened because the coronavirus came up, right? So literally the coronavirus came on my radar right about as I was returning from the Philippines. So about, I would say 3 or 4 days before I was about to fly back home, I heard about this thing called the coronavirus coming out of China. Now, at the time, in late January, it was still in China, still in Wuhan, I believe. And I don't think at least I didn't hear about it anywhere else. We had just came back from this beautiful excursion out in Palawan, where we did and you guys seen the videos, we're snorkeling. We didn't really scuba dive, but we're snorkeling. We're playing in the South Pacific waters. The water was crystal clear. As clear as you guys are seeing me, that's how clear the water was. I mean, you've seen the videos, right? So we had just came back from that. We're back in Manila. We're in the heart of Makati. And we just started hearing about this virus thing, right? And it wasn't until I would say I got back to Korea that I began to hear more than just, oh, by the way, there's this virus that's going through China and it's killing people. When I got to Korea, it was like, oh, are you aware of this coronavirus thing? And, I saw more people wearing the mask. And like I said, it didn't like peak my radar, come up on my warning, Will Rogers, danger, danger. It didn't do that yet. Because my whole purpose of this video is not to talk about my travels or what happened there. It's the fact that I did something that I truly wanted to do. I always wanted to jump on a plane and fly to Southeast Asia. And really, that is still my goal. I want to see all of Southeast Asia. I think I've taken China kind of out of the mix, and nothing against China personally, but look, until they really have a vaccine, and this thing is literally, like polio, and like some of these other, like the measles, we have control of those elements, right? We have control of those diseases. We have a vaccine, so if you should get it, you get a needle and you're fine, all right? But until we get there, my travel may be a little lighter than normal, but I'm still gonna do it, right? And especially once they get a vaccine for this. But I was just thinking, what if I had waited like everyone, not everyone, but some people advise I do? Like I said, medically I was fine. But if I had waited like some people wanted me to, I would have missed out. I would have missed, Hong Kong. I would have missed Vietnam. I would have missed Korea. I would have missed the Philippines, last but not least. And I got my Philippines shirt on, see? So I wore this shirt purposely for this video. Guys, we all know the expression, don't live with regret. If you have the means and the resources and the time, go do it. Don't wait till tomorrow to do something, because you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, right? And I think this COVID-19, at least for me, is a perfect example of, had I waited, I would have never had the experiences or the memories. Oh my God, those memories that I've had in the last 6 or 7 months here. I can't say enough about each place that I've touched in the last 6, 7 months. Truly amazing people, truly amazing cultures. The friends that I've made overseas, the relationships that I've cultivated and built. It's just amazing, right? And, I think about what I would have missed out on if I would have waited a year. That old adage, why put off tomorrow what you can do today? And for me, as long as my doctors gave me the thumbs up that it was okay to jump on an airplane and fly literally to the other side of the planet and have fun and enjoy, and they said, hey, you're fine if you want to do all that hiking, and I did. I did easily 10 miles a day, not purposely, just moving about, being a tourist. Oh my God, I can't tell you, between, I just went everywhere. I didn't just go and sit on a bus and take pictures like most tourists, right? I'm kind of that hands-on type of person. And, for me, it was just a beautiful, beautiful experience. And I think about, what if I didn't go? And what if right now I'm sitting here talking to you saying, well, gee, I regret not going. Or I wish I did go when I had the time. I'm glad I can sit here and say, hey, you know what? I had the time, I had the resources, I jumped on the airplane, I did it. So there's no regret in me, and I don't know what the future is going to hold for us. I have great confidence that these medical and scientific community people will eventually come about or bring about a vaccine. And once again, people like me can jump on airplanes and hop all over the planet and do all these various things, because that's what we like to do. Right, that's our thing. And people can start cruising again. The cruise industry, among others, have just been demolished. And I know that there are people who just love to get on cruise ships and cruise around the world or cruise wherever. And right now, that's a big no-no, right? At least you can still get on a plane to a degree. But anyway, guys, I just want to say, please don't live with regret. If you can do it today, if you can do it in the here and now, please do it. Don't put it off till tomorrow or next year or next month or whatever, because we just don't know what's going to happen. We have no idea. When I got on that plane in Korea and started heading back home, I had no idea that there's this vicious disease that was right literally behind us on their airplane, headed for the entire planet. At the time it was just in China. And then you fast forward to February, and we start hearing about other countries, and they're getting this outbreak. And then eventually, I think it was in March, early March, they declared it a global pandemic. And, for me at least, it was like, wow, I made it back just in time and never had any symptoms. Fast forward 3-4 months later, here we are, May 5th. Still, I'm doing fine, healthy. I want to keep it that way, obviously. But, I'm glad I took those trips, and let me tell you something. I already have my next trip planned. So March of 2021, it is on the books, it is scheduled, it is set, and I'll be going back to Southeast Asia. And, I do have my cancellations in there, right? So right now, the airlines, just so they can get you to book, they're waiving all cancellation or postponing fees. Now, if anything, if I have to cancel, I'll know by February of next year if I need to cancel. So I can always cancel my trip and I get a complete refund back. And that also includes my time with my employer, right? They told me up until 2 weeks before my vacation, I can cancel that too. Because if I'm not going anywhere, then why take 3 weeks off and go somewhere, right? Or stay home? Doesn't make sense. So I just want to say that real quick, or make a video about this real quick. My video, as always, is getting long, so I'm going to stop right now. But hey, if you can, guys, don't live with regret. Go do your thing. Do you. Do whatever. Just don't sit back and postpone it, especially nowadays, the world we live in. If you have the opportunity and the resources, go do your thing. Seriously. All right, I'm out of here. Later.